Hey guys, TheRempel here. I hope you're doing well. In the last few hours, Blizzard has released the Galaxy Gifts Cardback, which is normally rewarded for playing on a very specific type of Samsung Android phone. But you can actually unlock it no matter what kind of phone you have, no matter what kind of computer you have, just by doing a few simple things that I'm going to explain in this guide. The source of this guide is a post that was made on Reddit, and I will put an annotation linking to that post. The reason I'm making this guide is because I was trying to explain to a few different people how to do it, and it's very difficult to do that kind of thing over chat or IM or anything like that, especially for people that aren't great with computer stuff. So I figured the easiest way was to make a video and show you guys exactly what you need to do. So the very first thing you need to do is go to jennymotion.com, and I'll put a link in the annotation and in the description, and download their software, which allows us to create an emulator for the phone that we need to emulate. It's very important. There's two different versions of this. Like, you do need to create an account. You don't have to pay anything like that, but there's two different versions of the software that they'll offer you. One version just says download blah 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 software. The other version says without VirtualBox. Do not download the version without VirtualBox. You need VirtualBox for this to work. So once you have JennyMotion installed, you need to create an emulator for the phone that we're trying to create. So the easiest way to do that, I'm going to delete the one that I had in here from previously, but you just click on Add, and it'll bring up a whole list of all the available devices. The Samsung Galaxy S5 4.4.4 is the very top one in my list. It's because I'd already done it to unlock the packs for myself. So normally you need to scroll down to close to the bottom, but make sure that you get the exactly the right one, Samsung Galaxy S5 4.4.4, and then you can just click through this information. It's not really pertinent, and it'll take a moment or two to get the emulator set up. So once that's done, you can just double click on the emulator to get it running. And the very first thing that we need to do is go into the settings once everything's loaded up. You can do that by hitting Control M or clicking the third icon from the bottom on the right there. The emulator is going to be a little bit sluggish depending on how good your computer is, what kind of CPU you have. So then we're going to go to Security and scroll all the way down. And under Device Administration, we need to click on the little checkbox beside Unknown Sources. So that will allow us to install the applications that we need to get this going. And it'll ask you for confirmation. Again, it's an emulator, so we don't really care. Nobody's going to be hacking our computers through emulators or anything like that. So once that's done, then we need to download download the App Store by going to Google. The next thing we need to do is download the Amazon App Store. So click on the globe icon in the bottom corner there and just search for Amazon App Store in Google. And you can see by my terrible typing, it doesn't always work. The important thing is not to click the first link here, because for whatever reason Google Play does not work. You want to click the fourth link for me. None of the Google Play stuff is going to work properly. But where it says Amazon App Store Getting Started, click on that link. And it should bring you up to a page where the very first thing says download the Amazon App Store. Click on that, and you'll see the icon on the top left-hand corner of the emulator will show your download progress. It's kind of counterintuitive, but in order to open that, you have to swipe down with the mouse because it is a phone, and allow it to install. Should be very, very quick. Now the next thing we need to do is go into the App Store and install Hearthstone. You will need to enter your account information from Amazon. So if you don't have an Amazon account, just maybe create like a dummy account or something like that. It doesn't need to be a US Amazon account or anything like that. It can be any Amazon account. And then search for Hearthstone, install. And it will take a little bit of time, so I'm going to skip forward here just so you don't have to watch like the whole couple minute download process. Okay, there we go. It's pretty much all downloaded. So now we're just going to install it. The important thing is not to run it yet. I don't think it'll mess anything up if you do run it, but it's just a waste of time because there's other stuff we need to do before we actually run Hearthstone and get our free packs and the card back. So again, you're going to be getting a bunch of confirmation stuff that we don't care about. Installation shouldn't take very long, at least relative to the download. Again, make sure you just click done, don't open it up because it's just a waste of time right now. So the very final thing that we need to do is we need to go into the file manager, and to do that you click on the circle with all the little apps in it at the bottom of the screen, click on file manager, click OK, and we need to actually access the root file storage on the phone. So what you're going to do is go into general settings here, click on the wrench icon obviously, and then go to general settings, click on access mode, and then click on root access mode. It'll ask you if you only want to do it now or if you want to be able to do it forever. It doesn't really matter, so just go with doing it for now. And then it will ask you again, which is fine. Okay, so now we actually need to get into the file menu. The easiest way to do that is to click on the blue icon in the top right hand corner, sorry, left hand corner, and then click on system, and scroll down, and there's a file called build.prop. You want to click on it and hold down the click, and it'll bring you up a menu, and then we're going to open with, which is the second menu option, editor, open, and there's a couple things we need to change here. We need to change the product brand from generic to Samsung, and if you can see about halfway down the page there's a line that reads ro.product.brand equals generic, so we're going to change the generic to Samsung. And then we're going to need to put a second line right under that with the product number in it. And the product number, the model number is, to put that in, you type ro.product.model equals capital S, capital M, dash capital G, 920F. So you save that by clicking that floppy icon. And we are done with modifying the emulator to get it to trick Hearthstone. So you can actually just completely shut the emulator, actually you need to completely shut the emulator down. So you can just Alt F4, click the X, and then restart it. And once we get into Hearthstone, you should get the 3 free packs and the card back. So to load up Hearthstone, you need to click on the App Store. For whatever reason, like I'm sure there's a way to put a Hearthstone icon, but since we're just doing it once, we don't need to worry about that. And for whatever reason, I got a bug there, but it's fine. And then go into the App Store and search for Hearthstone again. And you can just open it right up. I don't know why it said Canadian $3, but hopefully it didn't charge me anything. Hearthstone will run kind of sluggishly while you're running it in an emulator on your PC, but that's fine. We're only going to do this just to get the card packs and the card back. So once you're in, you're going to need to log into your account, And the really good news is that you can do this once per region. So you can get 3 free packs and the card back on each region. And then if you haven't played on an Android phone, you can actually get an additional pack per region. All you have to do is, I believe, play a game, but it may actually be win a game. I can't remember. But there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm not trying to take credit for somebody else's guide. I just wanted something that is where you're able to show exactly what to do at each step, just because sometimes it can be pretty confusing if you're not used to dealing with this kind of stuff. So thanks guys, please like, favorite, and subscribe if you liked the video, and check out some of my other videos, and I will see you later. Thanks. First game from an Android phone, so that's a total of 4 packs per region. I actually did that before, but so you just sign into your account. It will take probably a minute to load. Make sure you're on whatever region you want to be on, but in your email and your password, log in, and you will get the